The Logitech MX Mechanical takes Logitech's multi-device pairing technology, their years of keyboard experience, and modern mechanical switches to make one incredible Bluetooth keyboard. A mechanical keyboard is really great because it provides more typing feedback than a standard scissor-style keyboard, and also gives you that satisfying audible click as you're typing. Mechanical keyboards are great for gaming and doing a lot of typing where you need really precise keystrokes. One thing to remember about mechanical keyboards though is your friends at the office might not be your friends anymore because these are kind of loud. If you buy a mechanical keyboard, expect the noise to come through in phone calls, video calls, and your coworkers will hear you typing. The MX Mechanical has 3 different key types. You can get the red linear switches, the clicky blue switches, and the tactile brown switches. The clicky blue switches are the loudest, most tactile feeling switch. You feel the bump with every keystroke and they give you the highest pitch, loudest click. The tactile brown switches still give you that bump with every keystroke, but with a much quieter, more muffled click. The linear red switches have no bump, so the key presses straight down with no feedback, and it also gives you a quieter clicking sound than the clicky blue. The MX Mechanical is really comfortable to type on no matter what keys you choose. I personally chose the tactile quiet keys because they still give that audible click, and they still give that tactile feel where you feel the bump in the middle of the keystroke, but without being as loud and high-pitched as the clicky keys. I really didn't like the linear keys that much. I found that they were just too easy to press down for my taste. The mechanical switches on this keyboard are soldered in, so just know that as soon as you buy this keyboard, you're locked into whatever the switch type it comes with. If you're interested in checking out the MX Mechanical, I have links in the description below. I find this keyboard to be really easy to type on, but as a Mac user, I find myself getting kind of annoyed with the size of the command keys and the size of the spacebar. The spacebar is just so wide and the command keys feel a little small, and I find a lot of times when I'm trying to do shortcuts, I miss the command button. One of the best features of this keyboard is just how easy it is to pair to multiple devices. So if you have different computers, iPads, tablets that you're trying to use this keyboard with, you can save up to 3 devices to the memory on this keyboard, and you can change them just by pressing and holding the dedicated device pairing buttons, which are in the center of the keyboard. Then you can just press one button, go to device 1, device 2, or device 3. The full-size version of this keyboard gives you those dedicated device pairing buttons. With the mini keyboard, you lose those buttons and you have to reserve F1 through F3 for that. You also get a calculator button, mission control, look up now, lock, and you have the full number pad on the side too. What's really nice about this keyboard is you can use the Logi Options Plus app to reprogram what pretty much any of the function buttons and some of those extra buttons on the side of the keyboard do. You can make these either global settings or application-based setting as well. This keyboard has really reliable Bluetooth. It's able to wake my MacBook Pro up from sleep almost immediately, and I don't notice any dropouts in the Bluetooth connection or any times where it seems like it's trying to reconnect or where it loses its connection while you're typing. It's just a rock solid Bluetooth connection. The MX Mechanical also includes a Logi Bolt receiver, so you can still use wireless with this keyboard, but without using Bluetooth if you want a little bit faster and even more reliable connection than the Bluetooth low energy connection. The MX Mechanical uses USB-C to recharge and includes a USB-C to USB-A cable. It has really good battery life and it'll last 15 days on a charge or up to 10 months if you turn the backlighting off. The keys on this keyboard look really cool. It has a dual tone look with some being a darker key and the others being lighter. They call this color graphite, and it looks really good with space gray Apple accessories. The keys also have both Windows and Mac labels, and the setup is optimized for both Mac and Windows, so you can go back and forth between a Windows computer or a Mac without having any issues with keys feeling reversed or that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. This keyboard just works really well. The MX Mechanical can either lay flat or there's 2 feet on the back so you can set it up at an angle. I tend to keep it at the angle and I find it really comfortable to type on. The backlighting on this keyboard also works really well, and it has a smart sensor to tell when you're in a room or typing or not. As soon as you put your hands over the keyboard, the backlight turns on, and it just works really well and saves you a ton of battery life. You'll also notice if you're a Mac user that some of the function keys on the top of this keyboard are different than your standard ones you get with Mac OS, but you can use the Logi Options Plus app to reprogram those keys so they perfectly match a Magic Keyboard or your laptop's built-in keyboard, so you don't have to be confused when you switch from laptop to desktop. The MX Mechanical retails for $170 and is only available in graphite. You can also buy the mini version of this keyboard for $150 if you don't want the number pad. This is a little bit higher than other Bluetooth mechanical keyboards that are on the market, but I think it's worth it because you get Logitech's great multi-device functionality, and the Bluetooth connection is super solid, and you're gonna love the battery life on this keyboard too. It's just a fantastic keyboard that you really can't go wrong with. I think you should buy this keyboard if you want a sturdy, reliable mechanical keyboard that makes typing a lot of fun, and if you want that number pad on the side too. MX Mechanical is also great if you have a bunch of different devices you want to use it with, whether they're Windows, Mac OS, iPad OS. It just works seamlessly from one device type to the next, and so it's a really versatile keyboard that is just so much fun to type on. The MX Mechanical looks, sounds, and functions great, and the hardest thing to decide is which switch type to buy. If you're interested in buying an MX Mechanical, I have links in the description below. And if you have any other questions about this keyboard, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer all questions in the comments. Check out my other videos for more Logitech MX keyboard and mouse content, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.